Joining us now is the Executive Director of the Siena Literacy Center, Sister Janice Brown, with us on the MegaCast. Sister Janice Brown, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me, Tyler.
Appreciate having you on. So first off, tell us a little more about the Siena Literacy Center.
Well, Siena Literacy Center is an adult education program here in the northwest side of Detroit. It was founded in 1995 by an Adrian Dominican. I'm an Adrian Dominican sister. It was during a time when there was a very high dropout rate, high school dropout rate, and the Adrian Dominicans were known for their education, and they wanted to do something about that and thought they'd open up a GED program. And when they got into it a little bit deeper and did a needs analysis, it was discovered that the foundational skills weren't there for someone to be successful in going through a GED or high school completion. So from there, we've taken off offering the development of foundational skills, and it's evolved to being not only reading and math and English language acquisition, but also skill development such as problem solving, work readiness, those types of things.
And so, Sister Janice, have you noticed that over the course of the pandemic that the need for these kinds of services has increased?
It has. In the Detroit metro area, there's approximately about 90,000 people that don't have a high school diploma. And of course, you know, there's a correlation between your level of education and the type of job you can get. Mm-hmm. And so, so there has been, and especially during this time, there's been so few choices. And as we move into a new economy, so to speak, being ready for that is more important than it ever was before.
We're joined by Sister Janice Brown, the Executive Director of the Siena Literacy Center, joining us on the MegaCast as one of almost 300 Share Detroit supported charities and nonprofits. More information on sharedetroit.org. And so, what are some of there are many programs through the Literacy Center that will help these individuals that may need the assistance that you provide? What are some of those programs, and how can people get involved?
Well, Siena has a special niche, and that is that we offer one-to-one tutoring. Though we also will do small group instruction class and online training. Technology is such a big component of our everyday living. Those are all important, but uniquely, when it's those foundational skills, to have one-to-one tutoring is really important. So if a person wanted to get involved, we are always in need of volunteer tutors. Right now, we have 25 people on our waiting list to start working with somebody else.
We're joined by Sister Janice Brown, the Executive Director of Siena Literacy Center, on the MegaCast. More information on their website also at sienaliteracy.org. And so when you're looking for volunteers to provide those tutoring services, what are some of the requirements for those tutors to end up being affiliated with your organization? And then what is the process then of them being ultimately brought into the program to provide those services?
Sure. A passion for reading and wanting to walk with someone through this process. How someone gets involved is they can either give us a call. We have connections with Volunteer Match, or go to our website and sign up. And Katie will give you a call, and she'll do some initial orientation with you. And we will have you do some training so that you are familiar with the material we have, and some information on what is necessary when you're teaching adults. Adults are much different than children when it comes to learning, being motivated, and the material, again, is foundational, but it is geared towards adults. Once they get started, we would match them up. Once they get their training in, we'd match them up with someone, and then there'd be support. Our staff team works together with you so that you're never left out there on your own. We have qualified individuals who will give you some help. Maybe the learner is stuck. What kind of goals do we need to meet? Maybe there's a big goal, but we really have to break that up into chunks so that we're looking at achieving incremental goals in order to reach that big goal.
We're joined by Sister Janice Brown, the Executive Director of the Siena Literacy Center, joining us on the MegaCast. More information on their website, sienaliteracy.org. That's sienaliteracy.org. Or by calling 313-532-8404. That's 313-532-8404. And so, Sister Janice, are these programs all still virtual because of the pandemic? Are they in person? Is there a combination of the two? What is available in terms of the proximity that individuals will need to be to their instructors and to those providing them help?
There's a combination of the two. We still have, when the pandemic came on, we were 100% remote. But for some, that was difficult. So as soon as we could, we did start doing both. So we do have on-site tutoring as well as remote. And so it's a choice you can make. We can use you in either mode.
So you're the Executive Director of the Siena Literacy Center. How did you get involved with the organization? What led you to the Siena Literacy Center?
Well, I've been in adult education since 2005, and originally I was the Executive Director for our sister adult education program, Dominican Literacy Center. And Siena needed a new director, and so they reached out, and because of my history with adult education, I stepped in. But it's also a passion. It's so important. There's so many reasons why a person maybe doesn't finish their high school equivalency, or a lot of times they've struggled in high school, maybe with a learning disability, and it's not really addressed during that time. Or maybe there were choices made. Another possibility is someone's coming to the United States from another country. There's a lot of reasons why those foundational skills need to be developed. And what education does is help create equity so that doors can open, so a person has the skills necessary to build themselves up and live into their potential. And quite honestly, it's not only for the individual, it helps their family. If they're able to get a family sustaining job, it works for them, for their family. And statistically, they also tend to get more involved in community, and they're paying back in community with higher wages, doing volunteering civically. It's a win-win all around when you have an adult that lives into their potential.
More information on their website, sienaliteracy.org. That's SIENA literacy.org, or by visiting sharedetroit.org, where they are one of 280 at this time charities and nonprofits supported by Share Detroit. Sister Janice Brown, the Executive Director, is with us on the MegaCast. Sister Janice, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.